pets.
Woof, woof. Meow. How much is that doggy in the window? I don't know. I'm trying to come up with some other sort of intro for you, Dr. Ranchetto from Cinema Vet. It's time once again. I'm very, very happy to have you back every 2 weeks on Tuesday morning. It is Tuesday, yes. It says it right there at 7:40. And we've had some wonderful conversations. 2 weeks ago, we were a little bit on the side of things that our pets do that make us go, ew. So I thought I'd come back around and talk about because there are so many other events coming up and adoption events, and we'll talk about one that you're having as well. And you said the Bow Wows and Meows
in October.
And we've got so many things and people considering adopting pets, cats or dogs. But I want to start with the idea, especially with dogs, in talking about what people should consider. It's like, I want a dog. And sometimes we see them on the TV, oh, isn't that Chihuahua cute? Or, oh, look at those beagles, or, oh, whatever. But we want to talk really about what people should consider aside from just the impulse of how cute something is on a TV commercial or in a movie.
Yes.
How should they approach when they're considering getting a dog if they've never had one before?
I would say definitely do your homework. Do some research about the breed that you specifically think that you want, because there's many instances where once you learn more about that breed and their little personalities and problems that they can have, that breed really might not be the right fit for you. So definitely homework is important, and talking to your veterinarian about it too would always be a good idea. There's many breeds out there that, don't do well in smaller homes or apartments. They need bigger places to run. They need somebody that's around more often, and other breeds do just fine, being by themselves for long periods of time with their owners at work. So.
Right. And it also depends on your lifestyle. How much time do you have to devote to that pet is incredibly important, because they're not unlike children where they need that interaction and attention and love. So they'll give it back, and also it kind of diminishes the behavior issues, right?
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about whether or not you want a purebred dog and going to a breeder versus maybe adopting from an animal shelter. First, if someone is considering, I've done both. I've adopted 7 pets over the years. I counted this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4 dogs actually. No, 8 dogs, I guess. So 4 dogs and 3 cats. So then, and then I've had one, my buddy who's 12 years old, the beagle I got from a breeder. But when we talked about that, the one thing I did is make sure that checked around, not only checked for pricing, because pricing varies, but also experience and also the facilities themselves, correct?
Absolutely. Definitely go and visit the facility itself. If you're thinking about brand new puppies, try to meet with the mom and the dad of that litter so you can see how big they might get. If the mom and the dad have had any problems, really talk with the breeder extensively to make sure that that's going to be the right thing for you. And as far as purebreds go, there's so many animals that need homes that the shelter actually has tons of purebred dogs as well as mixed breeds. So you can always look there as well.
That's true. I got a purebred German Shepherd who had his papers and everything, and then 2 purebred beagles that I got from the shelter. So that is very, very true. When we talk about breeders, though, the other thing is very true about seeing the family, but also see how the pets, if they have the litter, how well they interact with each other. Because I know that my thing very important was that they were social and friendly with each other and interactive, not just like sitting there really docile.
Exactly.
And that's one thing. It's really important to see how they are. They aggressive? Are they the alpha? Do you want an alpha? And also think about what, again, being the needs. But when we talk about the animal shelter, and you are very, very correct. First of all, a cost-effective, much more cost-effective usually than purchasing a dog from a breeder, because, on the low end, you're talking maybe a few $100s up to a few $1,000s or more, depending upon the breed. Whereas the animal shelter is usually, whether it's a puppy or an adult dog, especially if it's an adult, most of them are pretty much trained in some way or another, at least house trained, right?
Yeah, I mean, many times you can get dogs that are housebroken. They have basic obedience. They may have come from another home situation, so they have manners.
That is true. I mean, sometimes they may act out a little bit. I noticed that maybe just a little bit of issues while they're getting used to things, because it's a new home for them too. But, just being a little bit patient. And the dogs I've gotten from the animal shelter or adopted from other people have just become like joys. The one I adopted earlier this year, Daisy, is just a little charmer. She's wonderful. And it's very important to give those pets a chance as well.
Absolutely.
So there are other adoption opportunities, though, here in town. You talked about Bow Wows and Meows in October, but you're having an open house this weekend, right?
I am on Saturday from 1:30 to 4:30. We're going to have an open house at the clinic. You can come, take a tour of the hospital, meet the staff, and we're going to have lots of adoptable pets there as well, cats as well as dogs, and I think possibly bunnies. I'm not sure.
Possibly bunnies.
Dogs and cats,
it
for
is
sure.
always good to check out it when the vet lets you into the back part of the place to really see how things work, what type of equipment they use, and even how clean the facilities are. You would be surprised. I've done a few tours where they are definitely different. So
Yeah.
it's always a good idea. Now, Cinema Vet located on Cinema Drive, and what is the exact address?
It's 23460 Cinema Drive. And this will be a great opportunity to come ask any questions that you might have of us and see in the back, so to speak, and
how it all happens.
exactly.
And also, so 661-253-9300, cinemavet.com. And again, this goes from 1:30 to 4:30 on Saturday, right?
Yes.
It's kind of an after-hours thing for you guys.
Yes.
Very exciting. So, and dogs and cats and possibly bunnies for adoption. So if you're looking, you've listened and said, hey, I might want to give a start there. That's a good place to go. So don't forget, though, in just following up, if you're considering a pet, consider your lifestyle, consider the pet, research the breed is very, very important. 'Cause I
Very
was looking at
important.
Dachshunds versus Beagles, and one thing I wanted was a more hardy dog that can go on hikes and things like that.
Yep.
Dachshunds are wonderful, but they kind of wear out, as where Beagles can keep. They're like mountain goats until they get older. So that was my thing again. That they fit the need, very important, and how much time you have to spend with the pet. So Dr.
Yes.
Ranchetto, thank you so much for stopping by again. CinemaVet.com, 253-9300. We'll talk about cat adoptions next time, I think, among other things. So always a pleasure, and good luck. Have a great day.
Thank you.